The sheriff isn't going to be speaking. I'll be speaking on behalf of the sheriff's office. My name is Garo Kuredjian, G-A-R-O-K-U-R-E-D-J-I-A-N, captain with the sheriff's office. G-A-R-O-K-U-R-E-D-J-I-A-N, captain with the sheriff's office. As you know, there were 11 victims inside the bar earlier today, last night. Those victims have been identified, and their family members have been notified. We will not be releasing the names of those victims at this time. The medical examiner's office will release those names to you all when they are ready to release those names. I suspect that will be in a couple of hours. It may be longer, but you'll refer to the ME's office for those names. Those are the only comments I have. I want to introduce to you Paul Delacourt, the Assistant Director of the FBI in the Los Angeles office. He has a couple of comments.
Good afternoon. As Captain said, my name is Paul Delacourt. I'm the Assistant Director in charge of the FBI's Los Angeles field office. We're working closely with the Ventura County Sheriff's Department on this investigation in support of their lead on this shooting incident. I first want to offer condolences to the families of the victims and the family of Sergeant Ellis, who responded to this incident with his CHP counterparts. The FBI is here to support Ventura County. And to that end, at the request of Sheriff Dean, the FBI Los Angeles Evidence Response Team is processing the crime scene here behind me, as well as the subject's vehicle and the home on Newberry Park. We're going to pursue the leads that are developed from that evidence wherever they take us to identify any possible motivation, paint a picture of the frame of mind of the subject, identify any potential radicalization or any associates. At this point, we do not have any indicators of other associates, or there are no other threats to the Los Angeles area. Can't imagine the stress, can't imagine what the families are going through. Appreciate your patience as we work through in a painstaking fashion the evidence recovery and crime scene analysis. Will be ongoing here for several days, and just want to once again pass on our support to the Ventura County Sheriff's Department on behalf of the law enforcement community, who has rallied a number of resources here to assist in the investigation in any way they can. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Congresswoman Julia Brownlee.
Thank you, Sheriff. I just have a few words to say. I'm the Congresswoman who represents this area, and I want to thank Ventura County Sheriffs. I want to thank the FBI. I want to thank the ATF. I want to thank law enforcement from so many counties in the surrounding area coming here to help us. I think the partnership has been extraordinary with the quickest response possible. And I just want this community to know that our hearts break. We are a community in mourning, and our thoughts and prayers are with the families who have lost loved ones. And we are here to support you and to help you in any way that we can.
I'd now like to introduce Special Agent in charge of the Los Angeles ATF office, Bill McMullen.
Good afternoon. My name is Bill McMullen. I'm the ATF Special Agent in charge of the Los Angeles Field Division. On behalf of the men and women of ATF, I'd also like to send our condolences to the victims and the family members who are trying to get through this tragedy together as they get through the healing process. I'd also like to recognize the leadership of Sheriff Dean and the entire Ventura County Sheriff's Department as they're going through the same emotions, but somehow finding the strength to bring together all the state, local, and federal agencies who responded here to work together as one team to make sure the public's safe. ATF agents responded immediately when this incident occurred last night. Throughout the night, have worked side by side with our state, local, and federal partners. We will continue to do that until this investigation is completed. At this point, I'll turn it over back to the Sheriff's Department for any questions. Thank you.
If you have questions, we'll direct them to the right person up here and try to answer as many questions as we can. I didn't. He said that he saw a procession of uniformed officers going inside. I didn't see him. I don't know why they were going inside there. Sorry.
What have you guys been able to find in the car? Anything out at all in the house?
They're still processing the car. The evidence that they've obtained both in the car and the residence and inside. They're still processing the car. They're also processing the residence as well as the bar. The items that are taken out of there, we're not disclosing that at this point.
Director Geoff, if you could just address in the few hours that it has been, though it has been sometime since this morning, on why this took place. Can you offer any sort of explanation at this point to where you have an understanding as to how we arrived where we are now?
Well, as you suggested, it's only been a few hours. It would be premature for me to speculate on the motivation, but I can assure you that we will follow all the leads that are developed through witness interviews, evidence recovery, the forensic evidence, any digital media that we recover, and we will be sure to paint a picture of the state of mind of the subject and do our best to identify motivation.
There were reports that the shooter had mental health issues and was suffering from PTSD. Is there any indication he was on any medication?
So I've seen those reports, but I don't have any familiarity with his medical history or medications.
Can you give us an idea of the scope of the resources that your office is pouring in this investigation?
So the FBI has Los Angeles evidence response team on scene now. We're going to be supplemented by evidence response teams from other field offices around the country. The resources of the FBI laboratory are en route. We have victim specialists who are inbound as well to assist at the Family Assistance Center with the victims' families. We will pursue the digital trail and any other leads that we need to. We have the manpower to conduct as many leads as are necessary in coordination with the Ventura County Sheriff's Department investigation. Any technical resources that they request, we will look to supply.
Sir, there's been a bit of conflict reported in the press just about the chronology of every the timeline of events. Could one of you all speak to basically at this point what happened?
Well, so the investigation is developing. It might be premature for me to talk about a specific timeline. I know we're working on the sequence of events as they occurred, but I don't want to get out in front of what the evidence in the investigation will show.
Yeah, this morning the sheriff said it looked like he thought that the perpetrator had shot himself. Is that something you can say definitely?
Well, I don't think we can say anything definitely about the cause of death until the autopsy comes back. So at this point, our crime scene investigators are on the scene. They've had a closer look at the evidence, and we will look for developments in that regard.
Who's in charge of the investigation?
Ventura County Sheriff's Department, the federal, our federal partners and the FBI are here to support the sheriff.
Can you guys talk a little bit about the weapon and all
security cameras inside or outside that will help you in this investigation?
I'm sorry, sir?
Did he stop to reload? Can you talk about the magazine at all? Do you know anything specific about the weapon?
It's been reported that there were high-capacity magazines, but again, as for the sequence of events, I think we're going to work down some of the leads to make sure that we bring that out to you. We're much more precise in our analysis.
What happens next?
Your investigators have spent some time at the family home. Have you been able to talk to his parents or any of the associates of the suspect? Have those information?
In coordination with the Sheriff's Department, a number of interviews are going on, but I don't want to to get in front of the Sheriff's Department investigation and speak to all the investigative avenues that are ongoing.
Sir, what happens next?
Are there any security cameras either inside or outside that can help you in this investigation or give you more than what you have now?
So we're pursuing all the available leads, and of course we will be seeking any video surveillance that is in or around the premises. We'll also be seeking any video that was taken by witnesses that were inside the crime, inside the bar at the time of the crime. We've offered our digital analysis services to the county in support of their investigation.
Can you talk about anything that you may have already recovered from the suspect's home that may indicate how long he may have been planning this? Were there any other weapons found?
No, I don't think I can comment on that at this time. It'd be premature.
Are all the deceased victims still inside?
Well, I'm sure you can appreciate the sensitivity of this situation and our need to protect the privacy of the families. I don't want the families to be learning of developments from me on television before the notifications have gone out through the Sheriff's Department or other appropriate avenues.
Sir, from an investigative standpoint, can you walk us through what the process is, what happens now, what will be done?
Well, so the evidence response team is in place. It's going to be a thorough and painstaking process that will take as long as it takes, quite frankly. It will take some number of days. We'll make sure that we bring the appropriate resources from the FBI Laboratory Division. They're en route. We will use all the resources that we can bring to bear, and we'll pursue the appropriate interviews, analyze the evidence recovered from the various scenes, look at the forensic evidence. Of course, once again, we're doing this all in coordination and in support of the Sheriff's Department investigation. We're bringing our technical resources to bear in support of their investigation. And I'll leave it to the captain to talk about the process of the investigative steps after that.
Sure. Was a smoke grenade thrown? Do we know that for sure now?
I'm not going to comment on the evidence that's recovered from the crime scene at this time.
From what you've seen, sir, what similarities or differences have stuck out to you from other crime scenes, such as San Bernardino, or others that you've been to or studied? What sticks out here compared to those?
Well, I think each one is horrible in its own way. The similarities that we would draw at this point are that they are all tragic circumstances. From a law enforcement point of view, certainly we try to do some pattern analysis in order to get out in front of these type of threats, to be involved with our mental health community, to be involved with state and local partners, to reach out to private sector and the community to make sure that individuals that are at risk come to our attention.
We're going to have one more question, and then we're going to have PIOs available for you individually, but we're going to have one more question, and then we're going to end this presser.
Where will this area open up?
For you, Captain.
When will this area open up?
When the scene is processed and when we are out of here and when we can open it up in a safe manner, we'll open up the roads. We've opened up the 101 off-ramp southbound at Moore Park and the on-ramp at Moore Park Road. It was previously closed. Now the only closure is it's for residents heading southbound on Moore Park Road.
Hey, Captain, did he post something to Facebook during the shooting? We heard that. You know?
I don't know that. I don't know that. I'm sure that's something that our investigators will be looking at. We're going to end this, but we're available individually. We got several PIOs over here to my right, your left. They'd be happy to talk to you on camera, do interviews. We have a Spanish-speaking PIO as well, and again, we're available for comments.